Hey guys, this is Nick Fanatic here, and today I'm going to be doing an update on the Dan Snyder situation, as it's almost been a month since we have heard anything since he left Nickelodeon. If you don't know what's going on, Dan did leave Nickelodeon at the end of March, and basically now it looks like we're looking for a new showrunner for Henry Danger, which still yet has to be announced. But I want to touch base on some other things and some parts that it could work into the Dan Snyder scandal thing that's going on. But basically, I want to say it's kind of terrible what this world is coming to once an accusation that we don't know to be true can ruin a career in a blink of an eye. Many writers, YouTubers, and Twitter users have been taking these accusations way too seriously these past few months. Harvey Weinstein, Chris Sabino, Kevin Spacey, Danny Masterson, Mark Swan, Matt Lawyer, Ryan Seacrest, Jeff Franklin, Dan Snyder, John Kolaski, Jason M. Handy, Marty Wise, Brian Peck, and Azul Channel. Now, basically, some of these have been officially confirmed as sex offenders or things. But the point is, I want to get to is the Dan Snyder stuff. Because Dan Snyder has worked with creators on all that, like Jason M. Handy, Marty Wise, Brian Peck, and Ethan Channel. And some of those worked on all that in the Amanda Show. So that's where a lot of these rumors are speculating from. It will be interesting to see if Dan had any part in it. Basically, I feel the people who have been exposed for all that have been already exposed. We'll see if Dan does come forward, but the part of this video I want to get is the area people are taking way too seriously about Dan. And it has died down a bit, but they are literally bashing him, bashing Nickelodeon, and it's been a little too much. It's not really that good. But when you go to Dan and attack his wife, that is maybe pushing it a little too far. And basically, how's Dan dealing with this? How's, asking her these personal questions when she's trying to promote a business? And that is kind of rude, and these people are taking it too far. And it just kind of needs to stop from there, and people just need to settle down, let things unfold. Could Dan be part of this? Absolutely, it could be true. It could be 100% true, and we don't know it. But right now, I'm not really confirming anything or basically believing anything until basically an actor or an actress that worked with Dan says it. So we'll definitely have. There's been many rumors that there are actresses ready to speak out about Dan. There's also some rumors that he had camera in actresses' rooms and pointing to the show Game Shakers. So we'll kind of see what happens and how this unfolds. But another point I want to make about Dan's wife is she has not been on Twitter since the Dan Snyder scandals have basically started. And that's pretty bad. She can't even go on Twitter, but she's on Facebook and everything. But it's like, come on, guys. Literally, you have to go in and attack her. Kind of stop that. It's kind of ridiculous. I know this whole Dan situation is kind of a little all over the place, and we'll see what happens in the next few months. But at this point, I don't think he isn't definitely in part of Season 5 anymore. It's just hard to believe. And another part I want to touch base is that I think a lot of this getting rid of Dan is part of the Nickelodeon management changes. Starting in 2013, after his contract was renewed, we had different management basically switch to the East Coast for development from the East Coast, and they've been all over. And basically, some, like Hicks, worked at Nickelodeon Live Action, is now doing the animation for Burbank. So it's like kind of all shaky with this. And then basically in August 2012, a shakeup forced out Nickelodeon's animation chief, Brown Johnson, the executive who was most responsible for creating the network's sensation Dora the Explorer. And in August 13, basically development chief Maggie Corton departed and soon accepted a post as head of television for DreamWorks Animation. And last year, Allison Dexter, Los Angeles-based executive vice president of production, resigned. And this is basically where we are now with Nickelodeon. And Sarah Levy, the executive in charge of operations and strategy for Viacom networks, including MTV, Comedy Central, VH1, will be getting involved in operation and strategy for the Top Kids networks. And this was in February 2017. You can see there's been a major shift in management. And I think this is where these rumors and these executives are now getting to the bottom of things, like letting Dan go. Even Chris Vino, he doesn't seem to be done that too much. Maybe it could have been toned down. I don't know. I really didn't look him up. But some of the other ones have been confirmed, like I said. So we'll kind of play this by ear, see what happens in the next several months, weeks. But seriously, once again, don't attack his wife and just let it go and just let it play by ear. There are just so many people that are just taking it way too far. But some of it is very interesting, and I will say it will be a shock the day an actress or an actress speaks. And the one actress I think that may speak would be Jeanette McCurdy. That's the one I feel that will. So this has been Disney Fanatic signing out. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think these are real? Do you think these are fake? A lot of people think they're not going to believe it on the Henry Danger Wiki, which we did a poll about. So let us know what you guys think and everything. Alright, so until next time, this has been Disney Fanatic.